Hi, and welcome to Beauty on Board, Voyage International Beauty Show on Yachting International Radio. Today, we have got a very exciting episode waiting for us, so with that being said, let's jump into it.
Marli, can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Hi, Lelanie. Lovely being here with you. So I am 29 years old. I grew up in Stellenbosch, the Western Cape in South Africa. And yeah, since forever, I've been on adventures and traveling with my family. And I never really knew what I wanted to study. One thing led to another. I ended up in the yachting industry after I was actually working in a circus.
That's incredible. Wow.
Different streak. And yeah, I came back home after a wrist injury and I ended up assisting just my friends, helping them with getting onto yachts, helping them with their visas. And before I saw again, Pullnorth was born. And now I'm very happily back home, still settling in after 3 years. But I'm loving it. And yeah, I've learned a lot. And I have to say, I'm just very easygoing, open-minded. Yachting definitely did that to me. And yeah, I'm happily back in Cape Town and now helping all the others to go chase their dreams and adventures.
That's really incredible, helping others achieve the dream. That's really what it's all about, isn't it?
It is. Like, I learned so much while I was in the industry, and to be able to offer the knowledge that I have now and share it with the upcoming new crew is, I think, very special, because it's so important, the little things, to teach them, like how to go
Yes.
about the industry, setting that foundation, because yeah, it's rough out there, but it's amazing. So if you can have the right mentality from the get-go, I think
That's
that
amazing.
it is very, something can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. Thank you. If I should ask you, the yachting industry, if you had to describe it, what's the first 3 words that come to mind?
Ooh, the first 3 words, I would definitely say it's tough. It's very adventurous. And number 3, exclusive, like glamorous. What you see there, it's a different life. It's a different experience. It's a different way of doing things. I mean, it's nothing like the normal person would even be able to think of if they haven't been there before. Like, it's unimaginable for the average person out there to think of what that would be like. So definitely tough, adventurous, and exclusive.
That is an amazing answer. Thank you so much. With that being said, though, can you tell us more, if you can, about the exclusivity of the industry? What are some of the things you can expect to see?
Just the endless availability to practically anything, I think. Like, whatever is needed gets done. Instead of waiting for it to happen, it should have already happened. Like, and the standards are incredibly high. So the exclusivity that goes with that incredible high standards, I mean, it's something out of this world. And it's definitely a different life. It's amazing to be a part of it and to be able to experience it and just to see it from other people's point of view, like how they do things. I think, yeah, that exclusivity it's a big thing out there. It's what it's all about at the end of the day.
It's an experience on its own.
For sure, an experience on its own. That's very
Yeah.
true.
What is one of the most frequent questions you get regarding visas?
So regarding visas, because there's such a blurred line when it comes to a yachting visa, I think that's the main question. People don't know which visas they should get. And then once they do know which visa they get, they don't really know how it works, because it is a little bit more difficult. For instance, Schengen area, so Europe, you need like you need a tourist visa, And then from a tourist visa, you get stamped off. So you get stamped out of the country and you get stamped onto your boat. So describing that process to people does take time, but we do enforce it in our training as well. So they fully know exactly. And when the parents call, we also explain that to them the best we can.
I can think that's a phone call you get quite often.
Yeah, no, this phone, I tell you, it's on vibrate for a reason. Otherwise, I think my ears would have fallen off by now.
I can think, and if it's on
But it's amazing.
silent,
I'm
too
very
many
privileged to
people.
be able. But
Yeah,
I feel I'm very privileged to be able to say that. So yeah, it's exciting.
it is. I'm so happy for you. That's really great. That's wow.
It's
I'm really
crazy how
happy for
life
you.
just took its toll. Like I don't know, it just happened. And I believe when things happen, you go with them. And yeah, I always say this career I didn't choose this career, it definitely chose me. So
Wow, I like that. I like that statement. That's a good statement.
yeah.
What is your top piece of advice to set up the perfect CV?
The perfect CV, definitely a professional picture.
Agreed.
That goes along with the exclusivity. Like you have to sell yourself. And by doing that, a smile and smiling with your teeth open, not just your lips showing. Because confidence is in your smile. And if you don't show your teeth, then they're not going to think that you are that full of confidence.
Wow.
And then
Okay.
definitely, well, that's just how I feel. If I see someone smiling like that on a picture, I don't know what goes on behind there. And why are you not showing, like, why are you shy? And when you see someone smiling, then I don't know, it just makes sense for me.
It actually
and
does.
then,
Yeah, logically it makes sense.
yeah. So, and then the second thing is keep it brief but descriptive. Talk about who you are. Like they can see your qualifications that you've listed. Tell them who you are. You want to end up on the right boat. So if you like, be truthful. If you are not going to describe 100% who you are and what you are looking for, you're not going to get what you're looking for. And you're going to end up on a boat where you're going to be unhappy. And if you're unhappy, you're not going to be able to deliver the best work to the team. And that means lacking. And then it's a well-oiled machine. And if there's one screw loose, it falls apart.
Yeah,
So,
all the team members need to be on their most positive
and they need to fit together. That's where a CV, like that's why you describe your personal profile so well. So definitely, yeah, what you're looking for, who you are, and a beautiful smile.
That's great. That's very interesting. I'll make sure to remember that and tell that to our future students. Wow. What advice do you have for crew to support and encourage each other more on board?
To encourage, I would definitely say communication. And again, honesty and respect. I feel like a lot of boats, a lot of crew, people don't communicate or listen. There's either a communication problem or a listening problem. And if you don't listen, you're not going to be able to do what you've been told. And if you don't communicate, you don't delegate that well. There's a certain ways that things should be done on board a vessel. And if that doesn't get done the right way, then there's always little things and irritations that pop up. And if that then gets scraped under the carpet and you don't communicate about those things as well, it can work out not in your favor. So yeah, I would definitely say communication and respect for each other. I feel if those things are the foundation of your crew morality, then it will be difficult to find fault and to have those mishaps and frustrations. So yeah, just respect and communication. It's always been a big thing. I think in general, in any kind of relationship or team.
Yeah, that's true. Respect and communication. That's two very important, what can we call it? Bases to have for any relationship, like you said, but especially for your crew, since you are so close and confined on board. Yeah.
Close quarters, tight spaces. There's things like everybody has a personal life as well. So being able to share what goes on in your life, be honest, be open, ask for a friend if something is necessary or needed, or emotional support, or share the exciting news you just received. Don't keep it to yourself. Like, you're a family there. And yes, there's a line where you keep it professional within the team as well. But I mean, share your happiness, share your sadness. People are there, they care. And I think a lot of people also just always put everything on themselves, where it becomes heavy. And then, so.
Yeah, they can get quite isolated in those specific situations, and the fellow crew can't understand why. And that makes that specific isolated person
even more. They don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's important to communicate and speak up about how you feel, no matter how fearful or frightening or scary it may be. You need to speak up about how you feel.
Exactly. And I mean, if you were honest from day one and you joined a vessel where you actually fit the boat just as well as the boat fits you, then I mean, there's friendship and there's care on board the boat, which is super important. Foundation.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. Would you recommend people join the yachting industry?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I mean, I did it for almost about 5 years, and it was incredible. I learned so much. Yeah, it was definitely tough, but I mean, I learned things about myself that I wasn't even aware of. Like, things popped up, and life, what I learned about myself and who I became through working in this industry, the people that I met, the experiences I had, the opportunities that arose, just the conversations you had with different cultured crew, different cultured guests, different owners. Like, it was so motivating and inspiring, and it was truly, it was very, very cool. And I feel everybody should have the chance and give that opportunity to themselves. And when they have it, take it. Like, go see what's out there. Go get to know yourself. You can always come back and study. You can always go see the world. Go live a little. Take some you time and then come settle.
Yes, that's so motivational. Thank you so much for that, Marli.
You're welcome. That's really how I feel.
It's amazing to have individuals who feel that way about the industry, who want to inspire people like you do to join as well.
No, I mean, you work so hard, and yes, it's long hours and you're away from your family, but all those things, it prepares you for other things that you never knew you would need preparation for, or that, like, there's so many things that can happen in this life. And I mean, working on yachts should be one of them.
It should be on the bucket list for everybody.
It should be, definitely. I mean, there's ladies that's in their 50s and they call me and they're like, Marli, I would really like to join the industry, but I'm probably too old. And you know what? I've said to them that, listen, personality and energy is key. If you have the energy and the vibe, go for it. There's a boat for everybody. I have friends who's working on yachts and they're in their 50s, and age is just a number. It's the stamina that counts.
And you need a lot when you work on board.
Exactly, a lot. But overall, like, the industry, it takes you places. I mean, you wake up in places you didn't even know existed. So you would have never gone there because you would have not even known about it. So just being on board a yacht and going to these random destinations and experiencing their cultures, it's definitely worth every drop of sweat you put in for it.
Thank you so much for tuning in on Beauty on Board, Voyage International Beauty Show on Yachting International Radio. This has been a great episode and I thank you for tuning in. See you next time. I'm Lelanie and I've been your host.